So I woke up today in a really funky mood. You know those days when you just wake up and you're like, I don't want to do anything. And I'm just upset at the world. Well, that was my morning, and still kind of is. So the thing I'm gonna do today that I've heard Steve Harvey talk about, I've heard Grant Cardone talk about it, I've heard a lot of people talk about it, is manifest the futures that I want. Because as lovely as my life is right now, I do live in a small one-bedroom house with my beautiful wife, my lovely dog. But I don't know about you, but I definitely want more than this. So I'm gonna be a little bold, and I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna show myself the life I wanna live. And that's what I'm gonna do today. Because I've always heard if you don't put it out there in the universe, if you don't ask for it, you'll never receive it. So this is literally me going on the record about the things that I want and the future that I want. How cool if in like 10 years, 20 years, whatever, I get to look back at this video and be like, I got all of the things I wanted, but you never know. Junior, you wanna go with us? We're gonna go see the life we wanna live. So I just had a whole conversation with Courtney and I was like, oh, we should have put this on camera. But I asked her to go grab me some sunscreen. This much, right? And it's something I've heard about, like Grant Cardone talks about it, and a lot of other guys talk about it, is the scarcity mindset, right? It's this poor mind mentality, and I'm basically out. And to get more sunscreen out of this, I literally open it up and I scrape it off of the inside. Because God forbid I don't use every last drop that I have in this sunscreen bottle and have it go to waste. Now, of course, there's the rational and reasonable, like, oh no, yeah, you paid for it, you should use every drop of it. But that's also, there's that poor scarcity mindset. It's just a mindset thing that you can't afford just to get a new one. You're not willing just to pay to get more because you're worried you can't pay for it. You're worried that you don't have the money. You're worried that you can't make the money. Rather than an abundance mindset where there's so much money, it doesn't matter. There's so much ability to gain money, to gain whatever you want, that it doesn't actually matter. And that's the big shift that I need to have happen in my universe, and partially why I'm making this video, is because I want to change my mindset to have more of that abundance mindset rather than a scarcity mindset. Our first thing is we're going to be shopping for a future house that we'll have in, what, 2 years, 3 years?
Something like that.
Something like that. And this is a neighborhood that we went to many years ago. It's really cute. We want to see if there's any open houses that we can find, or if there's any houses that we just like the look of, and so we can kind of know that's the house that we want in the future. I'll pull up Zillow and see if there are any houses that are in the area. Again, not looking at the price. Don't worry about the price. Price is not an issue today. Because it's not like we're buying anything anyways. We get to shop without a price tag. That's what today is about. Is about looking at the things that we want. Oh, look at that house. It's a big, pretty house.
Yeah, that's a big, pretty house.
See, I don't think I would want something like that.
With a little too white picket fence.
Yeah, and a little too just, hello everyone.
You wanna go find that one?
Let's do it. Okay, this is really cute, guys. Look at this. Obviously, this family is not doing too shabby. They have a golf cart, Rolls Royce, a Range Rover, and a Bentley outside their house.
And a lot of packages that haven't been delivered.
There's a lot of money out in this world. It's not a scarcity of it. Looks different than the picture.
It does look different than the picture. Doesn't look as good in real person. You like how I'm saying that compared to our house? I'm like, I don't know about this. This doesn't look so good.
No, but that's part of what we were looking at. Like, okay, I don't want to live here because there's a bunch of multifamily houses right here. We're like right next to the freeway. I wouldn't want to live here.
Okay, next.
You gotta go out and look at, like, what do you actually want? Maybe we don't even look at that houses for sale. Maybe we go back and look for an area that, you know, houses that are not for sale, but we'll go, ooh, what about that house?
What if, crazy idea.
Let's do crazy ideas.
But this is like all we'd have time for.
Okay.
Before I have to get on with my afternoon. What if we go to that house that's up in Encino, that's like my dream house?
Sure. Do you know the address?
I can find the address.
There's this house that Courtney has as like her dream house that she saw as a listing, like, I think like 6 years ago. Yeah, like this is much more, there you go.
That's the house?
That's the house. One, look at this house, and then two, look at this car. So cool. But wow, look at that house. I want a house with a view. Courtney wants a big backyard. We're still figuring out exactly what we want. And some combination of them.
And Gina wants a pool.
But we both know we need a pool.
Definitely need a pool.
100% we're gonna have a pool. Definitely gonna have a beach house. Now, do we want it in Malibu or some other beach? So like a weekend beach house. You're invited. Just hit us up in the comments and be like, look, I commented 6 years ago. This is me. But if you got to comment like when this video comes out if you want to be invited. If you don't, you're not an OG. You're not invited. But now I'm gonna take Courtney to another place that I know I want to spend a decent amount of time at, and she doesn't know where it's at yet. But it's 8 minutes away. Okay, so I took Courtney to the Van Nuys Airport, which is like the private airport for private planes out here in Los Angeles. And I see us pulling up to this gate right here and flying on private jets to anywhere in the world that we want to go. And anywhere that we need to go. One of the things I've always heard is like, get closer proximity to those things that you want, right? And so I wanted to come down here and go like, cool, there's the entrance. This is the entrance that we'd be driving in to get on the plane, which then we can take the June bugs with us. Where do you want to go? You'd probably want to go to the beach.
I want a really big future, and I'm saying this more for my future self than anybody else. I can do it. I gotta first put it there and know what I want to get to then be able to get it. One thing I want to add in there is I want an Aston Martin. Definitely that's like one of the dream cars I want. It just looks so pretty. Every time I see it on the road, I just go, oh, what's that car? I'm like, it's an Aston Martin. Just putting it there for this video. It starts with belief. You first gotta believe it. Whether you believe it actually or not, sorry, ignore what I just said. It doesn't start with belief. It starts with an idea. If you have that idea, you can then become, kind of working this out as I'm saying it out loud. If you have that idea, you can then come to believe that it's true. You don't have to believe that you can get it. If you just have the idea, I want that, or I want to go for that. It first starts there, and then you trick yourself into belief. I'm gonna trick myself into belief. To be honest, I think I actually believe that I already can have it, so. But I have to trick myself into being able to obtain it. So that's the fun goal, and this is the first time, you know, just really putting it out there and really making it known. And it's gonna be scary, but again, that's what this vlog is for, is to document this journey and to really be honest and show people and to show myself the steps that I went through. So speaking of steps going through, here it is. All 100 something pages of it. My first feature film. Putting it out there. This film is gonna be the benchmark in my career. And if you're not putting it out there, just start now. Put in the comments what you want to manifest or what you want to go for. Can't wait to read them, and let's do it all together. I know it sounds cheesy, but fuck it. I really don't give a shit because I want us all to be successful. And if this vlog is at all inspiring, that's part of the goal with this, is hopefully it is inspiring. Can't wait to see what the future holds.